some 10 bot runners to be deployed.
10 bot runners to be deployed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they projected like this is going to be my runtime, since what they understand is like RPA will mimic the user activity. So what they are saying is like, I have some 10 FTEs in place, and this bot runner is going to mimic the 10 FTEs work. And I have some 10 bot runners. This is what the configuration that the client is giving to you. But they didn't spoke about the development or whatever the environment that we need. Okay, so they know only like I need 10 bot runners. But as a development team, you need more than that, right?
Right.
Okay. So now you have to suggest the client like, these are the architecture I need. Okay. Can you able to say like what are the requirements that you will be asking to the client?
Yeah, usually when we start we can start with the discovery. Okay, usually client doesn't know the automation anywhere, so we are not worrying about that. Usually in discovery phase as well. So our business team with tech arc team will go and sit with client. So what are all the requirements they have? So simply they are giving 10 bots or 20 bots, that is not a concept. So what are all the requirements they have? So whether it is feasibility or not, that is first to check. If feasibility is done, for example, if it is web applications, and so it maybe sometimes the feasibility has feasibility, when we done the feasibility check, it may not happen. It is not possible to coming into RPA picture. Sometimes client may expect, usually they will come up with a option, I need a bot to run in production, but initial stage as well we will reject that, because some applications, some web applications, they have come up with that changing frequently control IDs and kind of things. So that is not possible in RPA environment. So first of all, feasibility check has to be done. Once the feasibility check has been done, so we have to do with a POC, proof of concept. Once the proof of concept has been completed, then 2 ways we will give suggest to client. So your proof of concept has completed. We are ready to that. So if you are going to the pilot, you can go with pilot project. If you go with the environment with the production support, you can go with that. So we are giving client to the suggestion. So these are all the
so these are all some process level suggestions, right?
Right.
Okay, so I mean, what I was asking you is like, I just want you to draft an infrastructure requirement for the same.
Yeah.
I mean, even you said like you will be doing the POC first, and for the POC, what are the requirements that we need?
Yeah, there is. First we have to inform these are all the things. The second level coming into infrastructure. See, infrastructure, what are all the before feasibility check has completed, then only we are coming to infrastructure setup. So without having feasibility, we are not going to infrastructure, right? So this initial has completed, then we are coming to infrastructure. So this is the license. We have bot creator license. We have bot runner license. So we are suggesting like, if you are going with AA, BP, or UiPath. Okay. We know, developers know AA. That's what I will blindly go to AA. That is not correct. So if the client has banking client, so we are usually suggesting into Blue Prism. If the client has everything, it is coming into the picture into the Citrix environment. Okay, go to UiPath. If it is simple, okay, simple or medium complex, come into AA. If not much complexity, come into AA, and we will develop that. So we are giving the large enough details to client, and always we are giving, this is the license cost for AA, this is the license cost with BP, this is the license cost with UiPath for bot creator and bot runners. Go and check with that. So these are all the details we are giving before starting and coming into design part. Once coming into design, we are separated that details into different type of component structure. Okay, these are all the things are later points. You got it, right?
Okay, so fine. So now, so we have a scenario, right? Okay, so we have a web application. Okay. So in that web application, we have only, we have a table with only 2 columns.
Okay.
Okay. Imagine like you know about the job monitoring stuff, right?
Job monitoring, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that is a application which has been used for job monitoring.
Okay.
And that application is a web application, and that application will have 2 columns, one with the job name, another one with the timestamp, like when it got completed.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, but the problem here is like we have, the job status has been mentioned with some colors. Okay. If the job name appears in red color, it means a failure. If the job name appears in green color, it means a success. So now, this has to be done using automation anywhere.
Yes, yes.
So how can you achieve this?
See, usually when we coming into picture, the color kind of things, usually we are writing PowerShell script or else VB script. So that is the simple way we can achieve that. So instead of using AA default controls, we are suggesting that, and we are achieved that.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I getting the color and all, then inside that I can use the conditions. Okay, if and else conditions. If color is there, go there. If color is not, else if. So that is another way. That is second level. First level we are using scriptings, PowerShell and VB script as our first level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine. I was asking like, is there any straight way that we can able to do it with automation anywhere? The reason why I'm asking is like, some of the client may think like we don't need any scripting at all. You have to do it with automation anywhere. And I have also faced some of the clients who doesn't like macros.
Yeah, I see. We are also facing that. So usually what happens, client has come up with requirement. Everything has to be come up in automation anywhere. So what we are so we will suggest something like VB script, then they are rejected. So finally we asked client, what is your suggestion? So they will suggest if you go with batch file, it would be good. So we can achieve through that many ways. But anyway, straightforward, most of the things are not achieved in automation anywhere. Even batch file as well, we can achieve that, this concept.
So now, one more scenario, okay? So we have an Excel file with something around 10 lakh records, okay? So currently, the client has implemented this in production. The bot will automatically read the file and it will do some processing, okay?
Okay.
So we don't have to take care of the processing as of now. So here, what happens is like it has been deployed in only one bot as of now. Okay. So what happens is like it was taking too long and the client feels like it has to be reduced. Okay, I need to reduce the timing. So what would be the solution that you propose in order to do that?
I'm not getting your point. Can you come again?
See, we have an Excel with something around 10 lakh records, and the bot will process all the records one by one, and it will do some processing. And this has been deployed in production, and for which it has been deployed in only one bot runner as of now.
Okay.
Okay. So now, client is asking like it was taking too long for completing the activity. So can you please reduce the timing so that it will be helpful for us to achieve the deadline?
Yeah.
So what would be the solution that you propose?
Yeah, actually what we will do is so now you are making us, it's moved to production. Okay,
yes.
Production, it's taking some time. You have Excel 10 lakh records. So you are doing any activity, maybe extracting or maybe updating, any activity you are doing. So now if it is in production, there is only one way is available. You can set it up with queue. AAQ option is there. You can set it up with queue and you can make it one more bot. So that is a simple way we can complete within a day or 2 days, and we can make the time faster. So this is one way. So even client is not accepted if one I need remain one bot, but it has to reduce time. So in that case, we have to change the approach. Okay, we have to change the approach level. So we have to change the design level as well. Previously, if you are using Excel and you are using some send keys and all, so we can remove that approach. We can use everything Excel with DB or Excel with AAQ options. From we can update all the values into Q, and from Q as well we can read the data. It will reduce the time. So that is one approach, and another approach has everything we are moving into DB, their DB, and do the process in DB, and finally get into the bot into run. So that is several approaches there based on the client requirement, based on the client budget. We can make the solutions approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said we can use queues, right?
Yeah, queues.
Okay. So do you know, like, there is an option in queue called as a threshold level. What does it mean?
Threshold level queue, right?
Yeah, you have an option to select set threshold.
So I'm not using that option. Probably I will check later. So if I doesn't know some option, I cannot tell some explanation.
Okay,
yeah.
So now you told me like there is one more approach, like we can connect Excel as a database, right?
Yeah, ODBC connector.
So you will use ODBC, right?
Right. We can use ODBC. We can do all the select or insert or update, except delete. We can do all the things in ODBC. Also,
what about what in case if you have the Excel in some latest format, and will that ODBC can able to connect?
As of now, we are connecting all the formats in ODBC. Okay. There is no issues. Except delete, you can do all the things in ODBC. Even we are using latest versions only. All the latest versions is taking very good and without any issues.
Okay. So now you are having a scenario in Excel like we don't have any headers to read that. So basically, we'll be using headers, right? So if we don't have the header,
see, when we initiating ODBC connection as well, there is option is when we initiate connection thing, there is option header yes or header no. If I make headers equal to no, then probably it will not take from first line. It will take from first line. Okay. If I give header yes, it will take from first line. So that's what going on.
Okay, great. Okay. So now now the option is like STR equal to no.
STR is equal to yes or STR is equal to no. That is true.
I'm saying like we don't have a header, so you told me like no, STR equal to no.
STR no.
So now using the select query, now you are just going to the select query, just wanted to retrieve only the column 3. So what would be the query there?
Only column 3.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, we can select column 3 from table name, right? That's all. I need only column 3.
Yeah, of course, yes, but we don't have a header, right? So how will you put that? It is like select column 3 from that particular sheet 1 or sheet 2 or whatever it may be.
Yes, I got your point. So usually how we are writing the queries is, we are using that script method inside that. Suppose I want to update column 3 or I want to select only column 3. So first the select from that worksheet name. Okay, worksheet name. After that, I have to mention that A3 to A4 or A4 to A5 or A3 to A3. So that kind of scripting we have. So if I have to update, I have to select only the value of A3. I have to mention that in the end of the select query. Right?
Yeah, that is for selecting the tables. I mean, this is a solution like if you have 2 tables in a particular sheet, we need to specify some ranges to map the sheet. I mean, match the table, right? So that is a different one. What I'm asking is like, what you will put, for example, if you're having a header in Excel, okay? So you will be mentioning as, for example, name, age, gender, okay? So I want to retrieve gender. You will say like select gender from sheet 1.
Okay. Select gender. Right? Okay.
I mean, this is the query if you have the header.
See, if you have gender, Probably it may be C1 or C2 or C3. You have something, correct?
No. Again, I'm saying like, see, the Excel is having 10 lakh records and there is no other table. It's a single table and it was in sheet 1. Okay, so you don't have to go for any ranges. So what I'm saying is like, I just wanted to extract only for example, again, if it is going to be the first column, now I need only the names. So I will say select name is going to be my header. So I will say select name from sheet $1. So this is going to be my select query if I have my header.
Yeah.
Now what happens is like, you don't have a header.
Okay.
So instead of name, what you will put?
Yeah, select star from sheet1. I have to sheet1 dollar. We have C1. We have it's the column get cell, right? That is usually how we are doing get cell or set cell. That is two ways only. If you are getting cells, probably take the cell name. Cell name must be something cell name, right? C1 or C2 or C3. The cell name we have defined C1 to C100 or else C2 to C100. So these type of definitions we have, we can do it. After the select star from worksheet name, C1 to C100 or C1 to C2. C1 is to C2. So that is the script is there. You can do it, the script. You can achieve.
Okay.
You can achieve. So we do that.
Okay, so now one more scenario. Okay, now this is regarding the data types of an Excel. Okay.
Okay.
So you are reading an Excel file.
Okay.
Now, so in some, let's assume like in some column 2. Okay. So we have mixed data types. So first 100 rows are with some numbers, and the next 100 rows are with some alphanumeric characters. Okay. Now if I put the query like select star from sheet 1, will my output contains all the information that is present in the sheet?
Yeah, there is.
Or what I'm saying is like, see, we have a column 2, right? In column 2, first 100 rows are pure numeric characters. Numerics are numbers. Okay? And the next 100 rows are alphanumeric characters. So what I'm saying is like select column 2 from sheet 1. So what would be my output?
See, usually ODBC will give whatever the value is there in Excel, it will give the output, right? So it is not defining any, it is not giving any, it is alphanumeric or numeric. So usually how it will do, when we define the structure in Excel, we are giving it is numeric or text or varchar. So whatever it may be, you are giving the structure into each and every cell. But when I am getting values from cells, so there is no need to define any structure. Usually it will get whatever the values in output. Right?
Have you worked on IQbot?
Currently I'm looking for IQbot, but I know the concept of IQbot, how it works. So what are the ways we can, something like that.
Okay, fair enough. So now, imagine like you are the owner for your credentials. Okay. Is there any option like we can able to pass through our ownership to some others in automation anywhere?
Yeah. You have the option whenever we are creating credential, that locker is available, credential locker. So
No, that is about the locker. See, what I'm asking is like, you own the credential locker as well as the credential vault. You are the one and only owner.
I can change. Okay, sometimes what happens in you are creating some credentials in your name, and sometimes